So most of you are probably not a stranger to Tom Stewart. He's been around maybe longer than me, I don't know.
No.
But he's been around for a while, and he's done a lot of different things. But I have to say, I'm very excited about this because he's doing software. And if anybody understands what we need as software, it would certainly be Tom Stewart. And I have to tell this story, Tom. When I first met Tom, he was picking out microfiber towels. I don't know a human being on this earth who spent 2 years picking out the best microfiber towel. I mean, I saw him, I bought him, I'm good, done, right? So I feel if Tom is putting software together, it's been tested, tried, picked apart 900 times, which is why I am excited about it, Tom.
Oh, cool.
So tell us about the software. What's going on?
Thank you, Sharon. We got into the cleaning business back in the mid-90s. My mother-in-law started Castle Keepers back then. She was a retired military wife, traveled around the country, decided to retire to Charleston. She was bored, all the kids had left home, didn't really have anything to do to keep herself busy. Castle Keepers started becoming successful, and she was really getting a lot of customers. I was living in North Carolina at the time, outside of Charlotte rather. Saw it as an entrepreneurial opportunity. So my wife Janice and I and our 6-month-old daughter moved down to Charleston and started working with my mother-in-law, who quickly figured out that being a grandmother was a lot more fun than running a maid service.
Which is probably a good thing, right?
Yeah, it worked out well. So we started doing the cleaning business, but we had no software. There really wasn't a lot of software in the market at that time. And back, before I got in the cleaning business, I did a lot of work on the IT side. So we built a simple database to help us run the business. And over the years it evolved. And we rebuilt it like 5 different times, like major rebuilds, fixing stuff that we wanted to make better. And back in like 2013, we decided that we wanted to take it and put it up in the cloud. And we wanted to be able to run multiple branches. And we did that, and Castle Keepers is using it to run 5 different branches at the moment. And we were doing training and consulting, and a lot of other people were seeing our software too and wanted to use. And I really wasn't interested in getting into the business of licensing software. But I let a few people use it, like Matt Ricketts, Anita Fenwick, Ed Wright, and that was about 2 years ago, and they started having success with it, and I was learning a lot from them too, and we're making the software better. And it also helped kind of pay the bills because running software is really expensive. So we figured that we really wanted to open it up to like-minded business owners who kind of shared the vision that we wanted to professionalize the industry and build a platform that would allow us to scale businesses in a way that it hasn't been done before. So that's where we are, and that's what we're doing.
Okay, so tell me, there's obviously, you're right, in 1992 I had to write my own. There was nothing out there. Today there's 10, 15, I'm going to say. Why yours?
Well, we've been all in the cleaning business, I guess, since the mid-90s, and pretty much most of my waking hours have been spent in the house cleaning business. So for one thing, our software is written for one thing and one thing only, running cleaning businesses. We've incorporated a lot of the things that we've learned over the years from an operations side. My background is in logistics, the whole scheduling and dispatching thing. I was an industrial engineer back at one time. So the whole thing about work measurement and workloading jobs and collecting data and the numbers was important. So our platform is built in a way where we could capture all of the data that was going on in the business. All of the numbers that you would want are in our database. Now, using those numbers to the fullest extent, that's a journey. You never really get there. But we have the ability to build reports, do analysis, a lot of neat things in the pipeline for the future that we're going to be able to do with the data that we're building to help cleaning businesses be more efficient, offer higher quality, better customer service, better jobs for the people that work for us. I mean, it's kind of a virtuous circle. There's a lot of really cool things that we think that we can do with this software as we move forward.
So, to me, a big thing in software, I worked for MCI long distance when we had a mainframe, and the thing it did that PCs can't do is filtrations. I mean, I could filtrate anything I wanted to do with MCI back in the 80s. Can you filtrate on yours?
When you say filtrate, give me some idea what
So I want to call every client who has the third letter C in their name at 10:30 on Tuesday mornings.
That's not built into the UI as designed that any user can go in, but our developers have the ability to build views and build reports that if there was a business need to do that, we could
you could do
that.
it for them.
Yes.
Okay. So tell me a couple of things like scheduling. I was just talking to you about that before we started the interview. You said it's very easy to see a whole. I did 95 jobs a day. people built software based on 30 jobs a day. Like some use dots. So we'll put in 90 jobs and it became a blob, right? You said it's very easy to see. Tell me why.
Oh, we have several graphical user interfaces within the software. We have a scheduling dashboard that's object-oriented, that you can see your jobs represented in kind of a Gantt chart format. We have a number of views that use mapping, where you can see push pins, and it's representing clients, it's representing the team. It parses the jobs out by teams, by zone, a lot of different views and perspectives that you can get a graphical representation of what's going on. We've got a scheduling tool, which is pretty cool, that when you're scheduling a job, it will take a look at the physical location, the address of that job. It'll look at other homes in the general area, and there's several different ways that you can parse it that will make recommendations in terms of where you can schedule a job to reduce travel time and create efficiency.
Okay. My last question. Anybody knows Tom knows he's a money person. If it doesn't make money, it doesn't make sense, which is true. Tell me, what about your software that's going to make their bottom line stronger? What numbers are you looking at that other software is not?
Well, thank you for the question. And yeah, it's about efficiency, really. It's about getting as much output with as little input as you can. And the overall design of the software is to do that. We have really great work measurement tools where every user on the platform, every cleaning technician is clocking in and out of the day. They're clocking in and out for every job they do. They have the ability to clock in and out for breaks and lunch. So the bottom line is we've got really good numbers in terms of how long it takes to clean each home, comparing it to the allowed times. We have the ability to go back and adjust our quoting metrics to get better quotes, being able to predict more accurately how long it's going to clean a home in the future. We're able to identify efficiency in cleaning, which is basically the job time divided by the clock time. We give perspectives where we're showing you revenue per cleaning technician, revenue per clock hour, if you will, maximizing the return on every hour that everybody's working. So all of those tools together, when you use them, gives you an opportunity to clean more homes with less time, which means the company's making more money, and the people that are actually doing the work are making more money per hour too. It's a win-win for everybody.
Okay, very good. So any last comments? Anything you want our audience to know?
Well, we never really got into this with the aspiration of being a software company, but we see this as an opportunity to help the industry. It's always been about professionalizing the industry, going way back to when we first met and starting ARCSI how many years ago, and it's kind of evolved since then. And part of it is, everything is evolving more and more to technology, and the better cleaning businesses can leverage technology, the more success they're going to have for their benefit, for the benefit of their customers, for the benefit of their employees. So that's really what we're about. And if there's other people out there that think that's a worthy vision and wants to be part of this project, we'd love to talk to them.
So I do have one last question. It's not fair to ask you this because I've asked everybody else. Price point. Is this for everybody, or is this for companies that do $500,000? Can a startup company do this if they don't have a big budget?
That's a really good question. We're on the high end of the scale in terms of price. On our website, we have a cost calculator, and there's a lot of metrics that one can plug in on the value side of how the software can help them. And the bottom line is, for a lot of companies, the savings and the benefits outstrip what they're paying for us. It's our contention that, we might charge more than a lot of the competitors, but we believe for the right companies, you'll have more money in the bank at the end of the month by using our software than you would anyone else's.
So could a startup use it if they had not deep pockets?
If a startup has a vision of scaling and growing a business, it would make sense for them because they would never outgrow our software.
Okay.
So it really depends upon the vision of that startup. If it's somebody who's leaving the corporate world, that's starting to hire managers from day one and has an aggressive marketing campaign and is looking to ramp up quickly, we'd be a perfect fit.
No, I think so too.
Yeah.
But my question is, unfortunately, 80% of our base is trying to start up on $5,000.
Yeah.
Can they do it?
It would be stiff. If I was in that situation, I'd probably be spending my limited capital elsewhere.
Okay.
Another point of this, just to cover all the bases on this. It's a complex piece of software. I mean, it's rational and it's logical, but there's a learning curve involved. And if I'm starting off as a solo and I'm spending like my day out in the field and then trying to do all the paperwork at the end of the day, this is probably on the higher ends, probably a little bit overkill at this point.
Your honesty is perfect, Tom. Thank you for that. Because you don't need to be messing with it either. So, no, I get where you're coming from. You're looking for the 500,000 or more, probably, who wants to take it to 50 million, and you could take it to 50 million.
The bigger you are, the more jobs you do every day, the more cleaning technicians you have, by far, the more value you're going to get out of the platform.
Perfect, perfect. Tom, thank you. Now, my very, very last question. How do they find you? How do they buy this?
MaidCentral.com.
MaidCentral.com. Okay.
Yep.
Can they call you? Prefer MaidCentral.com.
MaidCentral.com.
Perfect.
Intercom's there. You can reach out. You can email us.
Okay.
I'm not really great on the telephone, but I'm
Okay.
pretty good on email.
Okay. Fair. He's so honest. I just love it. I really do. Thank you, Tom, from the
Thank
bottom
you,
of my
Sharon.
heart. And I wish you really good luck with this. I really do.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.